If you can't operate your dealership as if with the customer shadowing you the whole day, that means there's things that's in your dealership that should not be happening. The clickbait pricing in the sense of like, okay, let's say you go to a dealership and you saw a vehicle price online, and by the time you get the full numbers, you're paying a totally different number than what you came in for. Most people are going to shop one of two ways. Either find the vehicle that they want and then narrow it down by price, or they're going to narrow it down by price and then find the vehicle that they want. Car shopping has changed, right? It's the days are over where you're going into the dealership and then finding out the price there. You're picking out a vehicle, you already know the price. So what they're trying to do is when you're searching for those vehicles, they're trying to come up at the top so you can click on them. But the price you see online is the price you should pay. At least with this information, by the time you see the numbers, you see that, hey, this has to be on there, this doesn't have to be on there, and just having that conversation.
Hello everyone, welcome back to MotorCast. Today we have a fantastic episode with my friend, with my partner, with my co-host Rahim, the freaking GOAT Vimani. How are you, bro?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
I am very good, very excited about this new topic. Oh my God, wait a second, my back is itching. So, what a clown, right? So, I always... remember now that's one of my phrases because you said it once to me.
And I'm going to tell you guys the story, right? So Homer is off on the weekends, but we were on an online Zoom call with one of our vendors, and it was me, Noel, and Homer, and they said, hey, we want to come visit. What will be the best day to come visit? Noel was showing grace and be like, hey, yo, I could come any day. Noel is off Wednesdays, but he's like, yo, I'll come any day. So we all landed on a Wednesday. And I said, okay, great. Let's do it as early as possible for me because, Noel is off that day. So if he's going to come in, I want him to just be able to knock it out in the beginning of the day and leave. And they said, well, okay, we have 10 o'clock open and we have 11 o'clock open. And right away, as soon as they said that, I zone looked right at him. And let's see what he's going to say. He said, okay, let's do 11 o'clock. I said, motherfucker, you acting like a clown, bro. Clown. He said, I'm going to pick the later time because even though I'm supposed to be there, I might not be there at 10, but I'm going to make this motherfucker come on his day off when I'm going to be there.
It is what it is, bro. Every good thing takes time. So that's why
Every good thing takes time.
That's why I always...
He needs to marinate in the morning, like a piece of meat. He needs to marinate. He needs to get ready.
But the real thing is that I'm awake or I'm up since 4:30 a.m. in the morning. I go to the gym. I do my reading. I do a lot of stuff. But there's different challenges, bro, in my life.
I feel that, man. I feel that.
How are you today, my big man?
I feel offended that you called me big man, first of all.
So let me tell you and our audience something that has been on my mind that I wanna brag about is that with MotorCast we have so many episodes already. That if you come into our dealership, into our showroom, you're gonna see in the TVs MotorCast all day long.
You know what's funny? And I didn't even realize that was happening until people started saying, like, yo, are you famous? I was like, what are you talking about? It's like, you're on TV. And then I go outside, I was like, oh, shit, we're playing the fucking episodes on the TV.
Do you know whose idea was that?
Earl.
Mr. Earl, the owner. He's kind of brilliant. Like
I would say so. I would say he probably is a little bit brilliant.
Yeah. So, that's one thing that I love. If you come into a dealership, you're going to see your whole day. If you stay here 1, 2, 3, 4 hours, I don't know.
Hopefully, I love you, but hopefully you're not here more than.
So you're gonna see in our screens here in the showroom, you're gonna see MotorCast. The good thing is that they have captions, and while you're just thinking about different stuff, you can start reading and paying attention on how to get the best deal possible while you're sitting at the table negotiating your deal.
Yeah, and that's really like exciting to me, and that was the thing that was most important to me about MotorCast, because I wanted to make sure that nothing that we discussed was ever going to be against the grain. A long time ago, I forgot where I learned this from, but they said that if you can't operate your dealership as if with the customer shadowing you the whole day, that means there's things that's in your dealership that should not be happening. So like if a customer was following me and they couldn't be with me while I was pricing, or they couldn't be in the know about the negotiation or something like that, that means I was doing something wrong or maybe even unethical or something like that. And it's just the fact that we can record these and we can have it playing in the showroom while people are shopping. Like that lets me know like, yo, we're doing the right thing because we're acting as we're preaching too.
What do you think the next level should be? Should we have it playing? No, right, this is gonna be boring for the rest of the employees.
I mean, we definitely can have it playing in the customer lounge with the sound. I think once we turn the customs area into a second lounge for service, I think we definitely should have it be playing over there. And I think we can have like our TikTok clips just like as commercials. You know what I mean?
Very good. Very good idea. So you see, he says that he's not creative, but he just brings a lot of good ideas. So jumping into something that you were saying about the shadowing and the price, in today's episode, we're going to talk about clickbait on the pricing, correct?
Yeah.
That you can see on dealerships. And what is the right way to do when you're trying to buy, or are all dealerships doing different prices with what you're seeing online? That basically, that's what we're going to be talking about.
So like, but also clickbait pricing in the sense of like, okay, let's say you go to a dealership and you saw a vehicle price online, and by the time you get the full numbers, you're paying a totally different number than what you came in for, right? And what should that number online actually result to on paper, and what kind of things to watch out for to make sure that not only you could get the best deal, but you can hold whoever you're doing business with to a more ethical level.
So that's today's topic, and the good thing about this is that someone of our audience actually left a comment on our YouTube channel, one of our videos, and she said, hey, why don't you talk about this? So shout out to DW6317. That's the name that she has in her YouTube page or account. Shout out to you. And this full episode is dedicated specifically to you because we are creating a whole episode for you. So we're very glad that you had the opportunity to watch our videos and comment, and this for you. We dedicate this episode to you. So Rahim, what's the question?
Thank you. So at DW6317 said, can you talk about the online bait prices dealerships never honor, and how much difference in cost compared to the online price should we expect to pay once at the dealership? Example, online sticker price is $26,000. So we're not only going to answer that, but we'll go one step further and give all of you guys an idea of what dealerships do and what other dealerships do, and how you can make sure you're still getting that best price, right? Mm-hmm. So I think first, before we dive into like what they do and all the trick bags and the things that the traps that they have set up, is first it starts with you, right? It starts with how when you're shopping for a vehicle, most people are going to shop one of two ways for used vehicles, and really even for new vehicles, right? They're going to either find the vehicle that they want and then narrow it down by price, or they're going to narrow it down by price and then find the vehicle that they want. There's usually one of two things that's going to happen. And a lot of what we're going to speak about is, I'm a professional at the Georgia laws and things like that, so it might be different in your state, but a quick Google search will get you all the information, right? Mm-hmm. So the very first place I think that we should start is the way before you get into the dealership or anything like that, how you can already find out that, hey, this is not the real price, way before you call anybody or anything like that, right? So let's say you're at a website of a dealership. A lot of this won't be on like Auto Trader, Car Gurus and things like that. This will be on the dealership's website. And using her example, let's say you're looking at this vehicle for $26,000. Usually there's going to be either an asterisk right next to the price, or there will be a drop-down menu. And if you click the asterisk or the drop-down menu, it'll say things like this includes rebates for being military. This includes using our financing. This includes trading in the same brand vehicle. Like let's say you're buying a Toyota Camry. It includes that you're trading in a Toyota. It includes the fact that you have red hair. It includes the fact that
you didn't get COVID,
and all these other things, right? So assuming that you check every one of these boxes, you're going to get that price.
Mm-hmm.
Already, you know, hey, that's not the real price, right? The other thing you can do is I don't know the statistic, but if I had to bet on it, I would say 90% of dealerships, you just scroll down, click any vehicle, maybe not even the vehicle you're looking at, scroll down to the bottom, and they'll have a little blurb that says, this vehicle, the pricing on this vehicle is subject to blah, blah, blah. Online pricing only. You need to bring this paper, and you can only bring it on a Tuesday at this time. Or like, it's just like it's very specific, and that already lets you know, hey, it's not that pricing. And I'm exaggerating a little bit, right? But it'll also have things like, you know, all prices don't include mandatory dock fee, or don't include a mandatory prep fee, or whatever it is, right, that it doesn't include. Pretty much what they're doing is, because car shopping has changed, right? It's the days are over where you're going into the dealership and then finding out the price there. You're picking out a vehicle, you already know the price. So what they're trying to do is, when you're searching for those vehicles, they're trying to come up at the top so you can click on them. They'll figure out how to sell it to you when you're actually there. Even if you're mad or whatever the case is, they'll figure out, right? And that's like the negative stigma that's associated with the car dealerships is that's why they want you there so bad, because they feel like they can control you once you're actually there. But if you do most of your research online and over the phone, if you're susceptible to things like that, you can still make the right decision, right? So let's jump into a couple of those things, right? And we'll use the same example, 26,000. So what should you? Let me ask you, Homer, because I think you look at it more from the consumer side, right? Totally. So from the consumer side, you picked a Hyundai Palisade. It's $26,000. By the time you walk into a dealership, what are you expecting to pay?
Like, to be honest, I want to pay $26,000. I don't want to pay nothing else, because that's the price that I'm being advertised. That's the price that I'm being advertised. And I always like to say that I'm new, kind of new in the country, so I didn't know about all these different fees that the dealership has. So that's why I understand sometimes when people just want to buy vehicles with direct persons and not through dealership. So that's the thing that I would expect. But also, when you buy a vehicle with a direct person, you're going to have to pay taxes. So that specifically is what I'm trying to pay, what I'm seeing on the website.
So you're just trying to pay the price that's posted and the taxes for the vehicle.
Correct.
Right? So unfortunately, it's not like that, right? At most dealerships. Here at Motorvation, when you see a vehicle priced at $26,000 online, on Car Gurus, it'll be $26,000 on our website. Mm-hmm. It'll be $26,000 when we present you the numbers, right? And if you're in the state of Georgia, we have to collect the taxes, and that's the only thing we collect is the government fees and any taxes. No extra dealership fees, no dock fee, nothing like that. So in most dealerships, you're going to see that price of $26,000, right? Let's talk about it could be used or new, but let's say a used vehicle, right? You see it $26,000. By the time you come in, you test drive the vehicle. How much is this vehicle, right? Hey, it's $26,000. Fantastic. Let's take it for a drive. You come back, you get the numbers. It's $26,000 plus your taxes, which that's okay. That's normal. You got to pay that, right? Uncle Sam wants his cut no matter what. And then you have a dock fee,
right?
$199, $299, $399, $599,
depending on the dealership.
$799, $1,000. I've seen it as high as $1,000. And you say, well, I don't want to pay this dock fee. Mm-hmm. Well, every dealership has a dock fee or dealer fee or prep fee, whatever you want to call it. And we charge that on every vehicle. And if we don't charge it to you, that means that we can't ever charge it to anybody else. We've been charging it for the last 10 years. And in most cases, most people are not going to let a deal walk away over whatever their amount of money is. And they're so used to already seeing that fee and that everybody has it, you're not really making a big deal out of it.
Right.
Right? Then there's that next level. Right? Let's say you came to see this Toyota Corolla, not a Corolla for $26,000, but whatever vehicle for $26,000. You got your Georgia taxes or your state taxes, whatever. You got that dealer fee, and now maybe you even have another fee, a prep fee or a certified fee or whatever the case is. Right? Now this $26,000 vehicle before taxes is maybe $27,000 or $28,000, and in some cases even $29,000 or $30,000. That's clickbait. They made you click on that vehicle. They advertised that price, and the vehicle itself is that price. But all these associated fees, that's all bullshit.
Right.
right? And the way it works in Georgia, for example, is anything that's already applied to the vehicle, I have to include in that price. If there's a dealer fee, I have to include in the online price. But the way it's kind of set up is, let's say we're both in class and I'm on my phone and you're on your phone. I got caught, so I got to put my phone away. You didn't get caught, so you could still be on your phone. It's kind of that case scenario. Or they're just ethical, like Motorvation. We're just ethical from the beginning, right? It's just a decision that they make.
So what about, because I remember by the end of 2023, there was a new regulation. It's not a law, but a rule that dealerships shouldn't have a dealership fee and all these different prices. So where do we go between a rule and a law?
Well, so it's a law. It's a law, and it's going to get regulated, right? And they're not saying that you can't charge the dealer fee. All they're saying is whatever price you online has to include it. Mm-hmm. So if my dealer fee is $500 and I have a price for $26 for the vehicle, that means the price of the vehicle is actually $25,500, and that $26 includes the fee, right? And then that also goes into, like, let's say if some of you gone into a dealership and they say, hey, this is the vehicle price, $26,000, blah blah, but we also tinted it, and that's $500, and we put floor mats, and that's $500, and we did a paint protection, and that's $300 or $400 or $500. The law or the rule or the regulation is that original price has to include those things, because those things cannot be taken off the vehicle. I've already, like, you can't remove a paint protection. It's already on the vehicle, and it's clickbait, is bait and switch to offer this price and then say, well, it's actually this much, right?
What about the other side then? When let's say this vehicle has a brush guard, I can tell the dealers, okay, take it off.
I mean, yes and no, right? If I'm charging you for it, you should be able to say, hey, we'll take it off. Mm-hmm. I don't want it, and I can't charge you for it if I didn't already advertise it. So if the truck was $26,000 and I'm charging $500 for the brush guard, and you say I don't want it, and I have it priced at $26, and that's without the brush guard, then I have to take it off.
Right. So basically, the tip is gonna be to compare the pictures with what you're seeing actually at the dealership and see, okay, this is what I'm getting, this is the price, this is what I'm seeing right now. That's the part that is gonna be helpful for our audience, that they can actually compare different stuff in order to see what are the things that you can
see. It's not going to be that easy, because most dealerships, they're only going to try to charge for things that can't be taken off, right? They're going to do tints or paint protection or nitrogen in the tire, or I don't know, like a certify. You can't sell a certification. Either the vehicle is certified or it's not certified. I can't just say that, hey, this, because I want to make a deal with you, this vehicle comes with the warranty for free, but because I think I can get over on you, this one doesn't come with the warranty for free. You know, it's like, it's just keeping everything constant. Like if you go into a Walmart or a Target, all the prices are the same no matter what. Everybody pays the same price. Everybody pays the same taxes. Everything is the same.
You pay what you see, and a lot of times you go into the cashier and you pay less money because probably has the wrong price or a different code. So that's something very important.
Unless
the auto industry is that we have, or we used to have that issue in some places, and some places are still doing it.
Right. So, and that's exactly it. So, I guess just to like kind of narrow that down, because I feel like I was all over the place, but the price you see online is the price you should pay, especially in Georgia. That price online should include the dealer fee if the dealer has one. It should include any prep fees. It should include anything that's already applied to the vehicle that can't be taken out. And one thing you can say, like let's say you're at the dealership and you're negotiating, and you see, hey, $26,000 plus tint plus dock fee and things like that. You can say, hey, you could just cut this part out and maybe we can even let them have it. But the new FTC guidelines say that any price that's posted online, no matter what it says on the thin writing or the small writing in the bottom or whatever, it says that everything that I have to buy needs to be included in that online price.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this now, because going back to something that you mentioned before, in some dealerships they feel that they can control you once they have it on that share right in front of you.
Yeah.
So do you think that are we able to avoid these things if we decide to buy online, to make a purchase online and actually not show into a dealership now that mostly every dealership is offering that service.
I mean, I think, yeah, and I think it's a red flag if they won't do it online with you, because then you already know that, they're just trying to get me. But I think it's kind of tough because I don't want people to have to bend their own rules. Like, to me and you, it might be pretty easy to buy online, but like for others people still out there that like they won't even shop on Amazon. You know what I mean? Let alone buy a car online. So it's like, I don't want to make it uncomfortable for them, but that would take a lot of it off the table. But at least with this information, by the time you see the numbers, you see that, hey, this has to be on there, this doesn't have to be on there, and just having that conversation. And I guess, like, to me, it's already a red flag, like, if they treat it as such, but at least if they're willing to take it off, maybe I have a little bit more respect for them. But it just shouldn't even start that way. The price you see online is the price that you should pay, minus the taxes for your state.
But also, you gotta be very careful, regardless if you're buying online or showing into a dealership, to actually read what you're signing.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
You gotta be very careful, specifically with the small fonts, with the small letters. There's where you're gonna find the different stuff that you should actually be paying attention.
Absolutely, and I mean, it's important definitely to read all those, but if that's how they operate, where they even have to have that small writing, boom, red flag. You know what I mean? And even if you're in a situation, because like, we've talked about this in prior episodes, for some people it's not the price, it's the down payment and the monthly payment. Even if that's what's important to you and the price doesn't matter, I think it's still important to compare what you saw it online at, and what it's selling for, and then another pro tip is, if you're in the dealership and you change vehicles, pull it up on their website, if that makes sense. So, like, let's say you came in for this BMW, or let's say you came in for this Mercedes, and then you switch to that Audi. Don't just go based off the price that the salesperson told you. Be like, can you pull it up online on your website? Unfortunately, some other unethical practices is when you're switching vehicles, they're going to know the price is, like, let's say $45,000, and they're telling you $47 because you came in on this one and you were so focused on that one. Now that you're switching, you don't know the price of this one. You're just trusting whatever they're telling you, right? I would say just look for it yourself on their own website, and that'll be a quick way just to make sure you're not getting taken advantage of.
And also, one thing, a little bit of side topic, bro, the inventory that we carry right now, electric vehicles.
Yeah, can we give a shout out to the inventory? We got a 2023 EBQS all-electric Mercedes with 48 miles on it. We got a 2023 Audi
How many
e-tron,
miles?
48, right? It's a brand new car. Then we got a 2023 Audi e-tron with 1,000. I think this one has 1,000 miles. We got a 24 Lexus with 100 miles. We got a 23 Scat Pack jailbreak wide body with 500 miles.
The sad part of it is that probably when you see this episode, they're all going to be gone.
But by the time you see this episode, we'll probably have way more heat. This is just the beginning.
Hell yeah. So, do you have anything additional on this topic?
No, I think that's really it for me. Just to hit it home, the price you see online is the price you should pay. There are things that you can buy and you have the option of buying, and then there is things that they've already applied to the vehicle that you have to buy, and you just take them back to, hey, the price I see online is the price I have to pay. And whatever state you're in, a quick Google search will kind of tell you what the rules and regulations are. But all in all, it's just like it's at Walmart and Target. The price you see online is the price you should be paying.
Perfect. So once again, I really learn a lot right now. I really learn a lot in each episode, being from the consumer perspective. Every time that we record, I'm more ready and more knowledgeable about how to buy a vehicle.
Yeah, pretty soon he's going to be a general manager with all these episodes.
Not yet, but watch out. Watch out. Something's going to happen. You never know. I do know, but you never know. All right, so as always, you can follow me, Homer Lopez, on Instagram. You can follow _truck_dealer on Instagram as well. You can go to our social media in the big platforms, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. You're going to find us as Motorvation Trucks, and you can always go into Spotify and you can type in on your phone, your computer, your TV, whatever you're using, you can go and type MotorCast, and you're gonna find all our previous episodes. If you're considering buying, if you wanna work in a dealership, what a lot of content we have made. Buy, work, get promoted, sell, different topics. What's the difference between untitled?
Yeah.
It's a clean. There's a lot of topics that you're gonna find in YouTube and also on Spotify in our podcast, so that I know that you can get a lot of knowledge. So again, Spotify, MotorCast, Motorvation Trucks in all different social media. So we'll catch you on the next one. Great one.
You too. And just like, let's do one more shout out for @DW6317.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much for that comment. It really helped us make this episode. And if you have any questions, just like she did, just drop them in the comments. We'll commit to making an entire episode out of it.
Yeah. Again, this episode is dedicated for you, or to you. What's the right way to say it?
Yes, dedicated to you.
To you. We love you. Bye-bye.